Welcome. One positive small thought in the morning can change your whole day. One small positive thought when you wake up in the morning can actually change the whole day for you. On that note, you are welcome to Galactic Television. The program is Family and Values. How are you this morning? I hope you are doing great. I hope the family is good. I hope all is well with you, and I hope you are doing what you need to do when it comes to keeping our children safe now that they're at home. Many working class mothers and fathers out there, what are you doing? I hope you're doing it right. I hope you're doing it well. I know that you love them so much, you need to make, provision. But as much as you're making the provisions, also look out for the safety and the well-being of the children. So Families and Value is a program that is set out to remind us, to bring back to our understanding, our notice, those little values that we have left, or the ones we just ignored, or those ones that we feel it doesn't matter, it's just one of those things. No, we can always inculcate them to this 21st century, and it will work well. All you just need to do is to feel and find yourself in that, value, and all will be well. My name is Olori Adejoke Adubi David. My friends call me Olori AJ, and you're welcome. I have next to me, by my side, by my side, but I have next to me a body of fellow who is looking all green.
Thank you.
Another shade of green with black, a touch of black. And the accessories is actually matching.
Thank you.
So she's a princess from Akwa Ibom.
Thank you. Good morning. I know sometimes, and I wanted to just come out in those multicolored flowers.
What happened?
PHCN just misbehaved.
So PHCN, be careful yourself.
I have to look for alternative.
Wait, are you in band A or band B or band C?
Belong to the band F.
Or band G?
The last band, just forget us.
Oh God.
Where we are is a no-go area.
God will help us in this country.
But you're looking good this morning.
You too, my dear.
Thank you. Okay, welcome to Family and Values. My name is Princess Joy Albu. It's going to be a Tuesday with a difference. Yes, our Tuesdays are always with a touch of difference because we have always these wonderful conversations that come. It's always good to be our guest this morning. Please, we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. Yes, I said it is still my birthday month. Go to our YouTube channel and give me that birthday gift by taking the page to a higher notch. Yes, we will really appreciate that. And turn on your Facebook notification like I used to say, when you see these beautiful faces on your screen, you know it's time for Family and Values. Welcome to our fellowship this morning. It's all good to have you. Thank you for always being our guest. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for always being our guest. And as we're just recounting that, I also want to employ our viewers and everyone watching us at one point or the other. Please make it a point of duty. Bring your goods and services, your products. Let's rock this together. Let's make it known. Let's do the awareness for you. Let's market it. Let's push it out. It's a family program, and it's all about you getting to understand what it means to be in the circle of family, because family means a lot. It's the togetherness and the unity.
Yes,
that
it
brings
is.
us
It's the
together.
unity, it's the bond.
It's
That's
the
why
bond.
they say family is all about bonding. Family time, family is key. So for everyone who stands in that gap of family, honestly, there's always that togetherness, that bond.
And there is this drama, analogy, that when you come together as a family, before an intruder will come and break you things along, because you are bonded by love, by unity, communication.
I still
and all
remember
that
when my
things.
dad was teaching us unity in family. He used a bunch of brooms.
Yes, so
And
I wanted to say
he
that
just called us to his bedroom, all of us, and he each and you do, because you don't know what you're going to meet, and
You
he
know?
just like and said, "Yeah, break this bunch
He
of
gave
fruit."
you one.
And then we
each.
couldn't break it, and then he said, remove one, pieces it, you keep. And after that, he now told us, he said, this is what family is
It's
all
all about.
When people are together, it's difficult for somebody to
Come
break.
in.
You know, and even when one, but some there is one that is broken,
Crack.
that it can still work because he said, but when you part divided, it becomes pieces,
Very
so
difficult.
everybody is scattered. So I can never forget that.
Yeah,
lesson.
that analogy really worked
Yes,
because
it
I
does.
also got it too. You know, and also we should know that when there's a crack in the wall, when you have left a crack, you must find a way to mend it.
Of course.
When
of
there
course.
is a misunderstanding, argument, you fail to do, maybe say apologize and everything. Try and quickly hit it
And
up
hit it
and
up.
blend it back so that union and that love, that bond will bring you back together.
Yes,
as
it's
a
very
family.
important. And if you find yourself in that ship or situation where you're not appreciated for your efforts, where you feel like people that should know you are the one castigating you, it's always
Very
it
bad.
feels bad. It feels bad. You know, I understand that feeling when you've given your all to family or to somebody, and then you know the person is turning back to say a lot about you. It's something
sad.
that you know.
Very
but
bad.
yes, family will always be family.
Yeah.
In the midst of all, forgiveness is key. We've talked about
Yeah,
forgiving quickly.
forgiveness.
Yeah, forgive and let it go. Let it go. Yeah, let it go. When I was coming to work this morning, I actually saw something that caught my attention.
Okay.
Now the truth is, as an individual, as a person, there is how you give something to me and I'll reject it because I feel like it's disdain or disunion. Now, to see people in uniform, you know, standing and carrying out their social duty and responsibility, and the moving vehicle throws money on the floor and then you pick it. With that uniform, it got to me. I was like, hey, you know, that kind of thing. I almost shouted like, don't you have respect for the uniform? You know, and this is what we see
It
very
can beat
common.
you. It can come and
this,
hit you.
This is what we see very, very common.
Yeah.
You just see, you know, vehicles are passing and, you know, they just throw money
drop.
and, you know, you see the uniform officer speaking the money, and in my mind I was like,
It's
you're
it's
putting on
ridicule.
you're putting on
you are
a
messing up
uniform.
that.
You're messing it
Oh
up.
my God.
So please, for everyone who does that, you drivers, people have fun of doing it, please. If you want to give something, give
Just
decently,
give.
you know.
In short, I'm sure it will be in the Holy Quran as well, that when you are giving, your left should not know what you are
you're
giving.
giving.
It's not just to God.
Yes.
Because it comes out more honorable, more dignified. That person is, you know, will appreciate it more when the next person sitting to him or her is not saying what you are giving.
Yes.
It goes a long way. It surely means that you are giving it from your heart, and as much and as small as little it is, you appreciate it, and you don't want next person to know you are helping this person. It's so good.
It's really so
This morning also, I met a guy who was, you know, he was lamenting. It was true. He was not frustrated, or if it was just, you know, when you are expressing yourself, speaking out to express how you feel about a lady he was dating, and anytime he calls the lady, because she's going out with another Yoruba man,
Okay.
and this lady will call, when he needs money or when he needs help. But when he calls her, I think his guy is an Yoruba guy because he was wearing this white with that.
Yeah.
But I believe he's been in Lagos for quite some time. But he's a traditional, you know, someone who
Person,
understands
yeah, who
culture.
understand culture.
Very young guy. He was now, you know, lamenting. I have to tap him on the shoulder. I said, I feel for you, bro. I love the fact that you are not frustrated. You are not angry in your spirit. So you know she has someone. Why not look out for someone that will be yours? Maybe she's not yours at the end of the day.
Just maybe.
Someone that will be yours will come your way. You have spent so much, yes. Why not let her be with this Yoruba man? Because each time you call her, you come to Lagos, you call her. It's like
You're disturbing
you are
her.
disturbing her. He said, you call. She will not pick her call. God,
But
Help
then
our
now,
youth, oh.
Now, it's also yesterday I had a very similar case I was dealing with like that, and you know, sometimes when you put so much into a relationship,
You know.
and you're waiting that at the point of maturity, you people should build something
together.
and suddenly you're seeing that thing slip from your hand.
It's always painful.
It's hurtful.
Hurting.
You know, it's
painful.
hurtful. And then when the other person comes with words like, you know, you're a waster,
Nonchalant words.
not careful,
Not caring.
not choosing words, not understanding
oh
the
my God.
situation.
It's
and then
sad
you're
though.
saying you're a waste, you're a shame, thank God I didn't put in my house.
Oh
thank God
my
you're not
God.
you know, and thank God, this is the kind of person I'm supposed to put in the house as a wife. And in your mind, you're like, hello. After all these years, come on. So please, out there, those in relationship, please.
You know, I have to tell him, I said, I'm a woman, I understand and I feel. I know he's my fellow, you know, feminine,
Gender.
that gender that you're talking about.
Gender.
And I am not supporting the fact that the way you, I don't know, I've not heard from my own side, but I feel for you.
But I
And,
feel like
you
somebody
know,
that will come into the state must have called you that I'm coming, you know. Come on, it's just because there is an alternative.
there is an alternative. Yes, when there is an alternative, you know,
Yeah,
you're
definitely.
bound to always do it the way you feel like. Okay, now I will be going for our mini feature. I'll be right back because ambush is not good though. When you ambush things, it's not a good thing. But let's go for our mini feature. I'll be right back with our topic and the program continues. Stay tuned. Family and values, we've been talking about things, events happening around us. As much as many are preparing and looking out for how they will get themselves ready for whatever is going to happen on the 1st. Today is 30th of July, and my prayer is that God will intervene irrespective of what we are going through. God is more than able to help us. He has been there, even worse things than this. He has been there for us. And I believe totally that it's the same God of yesterday, today, and forever. And it will help Nigeria. It will settle us. It will help our leaders as much as possible to do the needful. And on that note, as we discussed this morning, adoption, child adoption. You know, each time I say adoption, I'll say, no, it's not the kind of adoption that you want. Carry somebody's item or adopt people or take them against their will or keeping your wife from the family. You understand? It's child adoption. So when I was doing the, you know, strips, I put adoption. I said, no. Not the bad one. We're talking about child.
About the good one.
The good one, child adoption. It's so good to have a child being adopted. I wish I could do one. But you know, when you say have battalions to look out for, there is nothing you can do. But of course, you can always adopt someone who is not living with you, who you can always reach out to, give to, make available needs, because you see this person will need it to be useful to that. So that's another partial way of adopting, you know.
That's true, yes.
So,
growing up, child adoption to us was pretty common in my environment where I grew up.
Okay.
Because, of course, I've seen one or two people going through adopting. I don't know the process, you know, that's adopted infants. But later knowledge, I started understanding it was a process, you know. But then I'll start by saying that, you see, adopting a child is not a crime. It is not.
Help me tell them.
It is not an omen.
Help me tell them.
It is not something that will make anyone feel bad. Those are children that were birthed, maybe due to circumstances. Maybe they've lost a child. Maybe they've lost their parents. Maybe the person, and truly, you know, I told somebody, because while discussing this topic, I said, see, I truly appreciate the fact that ladies carry children 9 months, walk to the orphanage and say, I'm giving up this child for adoption.
It's very rare.
It's different from when you see the ones that will just put a child inside the nylon and the dump, and which I've seen that where we woke up and we saw a baby by the dustbin,
and they're being rescued and being taken.
So, but if you genuinely give birth, you walk and say, I can't
take the child to an orphanage.
I said, please, I hand over this child. I commend your strength.
It goes a long way.
It makes me understand that if you had the ability to take care of that child, you would do it. Do you understand me? But now, you see, there is the total misconception that people have about child adoption.
That's what we'll be looking at this morning.
That's what we're going to look at this morning.
Yes. And in as much as it sounds, kind of, we've heard it, some say, it's strange, why do I need to adopt? I wait. Yes, you wait on the Lord. And, our culture and tradition has also built it in the minds of people that when you don't have one of your own, maybe you are delayed. It's a delay. It is not a denial. You are not being denied to have a child. It's just a delay. And a delay is something that, is just a process of time. And at a very good one, when God has ordained it, your creators have ordained it, it will surely come to manifestation. So, where I'm going is this. We have come to realize that sometimes they will tell you, why not adopt your brother's child? Since your brother have maybe 3 or 2, adopt that child. By the time you bring that child into your home, I'm sure they will do that in your place too. Do they?
It becomes your own.
It becomes your own, and by the care, the nurture, and everything you give to that child, you will definitely have that delay removed, and you too will bring forth, get pregnant, and have your own children. I don't know whether they do that in your side.
No, the truth is,
do they do that?
Yes, they do to an extent.
They do to an extent. So it has helped also. These are some of the values that comes in the family to build the home.
Firstly, let's clear the fact that unfortunately, it's not every woman that will give birth. Just accept that fact. It is not every woman that will biologically give birth, but you can give birth to millions of children. They are babies, they are kids that are longing to have a home.
Have a home, yeah.
See, if we don't have this conversation, right, we will keep putting too much pressure
on a woman
unnecessarily.
And we're so sorry. We are ambushed. Our guest was ambushed. Our guest was ambushed. When I mean ambushed, it's really not. I'm really not finding it very. But I will have to forgive. I'm really not finding it easy to let go, because someone took time to come and discuss this. And irrespective of the parastatal, the ministry, we are not talking about hidden secrets of the government. We're talking about something that will be of value to people out there who are looking at it and being skeptical. Will they not ask me this question? Will they not ask me? And people, when you start asking questions that are very sensitive to their delay in getting pregnant or having their own child, they withdraw a little and they will not be able to flow. So we're so sorry. I guess was ambushed this morning, and I
have a friend who is in the process of adoption, and I've been following that process. And she's like, it takes I think 7 months, for them to finalize. Now, because they need to be sure you can take care of
that child.
They go through your finances, they go through your mental health.
Their mental health. That is very, very important and crucial.
So for those people that think you just wake up, go to no, it's a process.
No, it's a process.
They will monitor you. They will have to go through. Yeah. They will give you tests. They will put you in the midst of kids. Okay, today you're just coming to play with the kids. What's your temperament like? They ask those questions so that when they give you a child, they are sure that child is in safe hands.
And you are also in the right mental state of mind.
Not because you're pressured.
And also, as a single parent, it takes a longer process. Yeah, to get a child as a single parent takes a longer process because a family is bonded is created by two, a man and a woman. And so for you to go there as a single mother or a single man to want difficult. Even these days where we have gayism and lesbianism, you know, for both who are same sex and want an adoption, it takes another longer process. Because they always say it was, I read it in one of the clause, that they cannot give you, if you are a male, they cannot give you a female for adoption. They would rather give you a male. And now, with the being a pedophile, lesbianism, gayism, and everything all over the place, I'm sure it's going to be more difficult.
Well,
more difficult.
In the Western world, adoption is something that they see as a lifestyle. Yeah. It's only in Africa and Nigeria, and it has to do with the mentality.
We are yet to really embrace it.
The truth is, we are just being self-centered. We just feel like that because it's the natural you will want to say you're not part of the family.
Self-centered and too sensitive.
Because, you know, and again, they will say, oh no, you don't know where the traces that comes from this person, you know, you're bringing in a total stranger
into our family.
into our family.
And you have aunties and uncles that anytime the child do anything, they say, that your bastard child, that child, you know you are not my brother's child. You know, all this mentality come from, they will check on this.
And we've had stories where by the time the parents that went on adoption dies at an old age, the whole family will come and say you were never, and the child never knew the history, and then they will open the secrets.
Even if the man, you know, stated in the will that such a child has the right to certain things, it might be denied.
That's what I'm saying, that even if the child doesn't have the knowledge that he or she was adopted, by the demise of the parents, family will now tell you your history, and then you're lost, you're like, you know, so child adoption is
it's really important.
It's really important, and we start talking about it. And for all
to encourage those who are delayed in having their own children.
Kudos to you, you know.
And those who also feel like I am so loaded, I don't want to be alone. You can always adopt a child that you can nurture.
You know, there was a time my son jokingly said, "Mommy, why don't you go and adopt twins?" I said, it's like you love twins, so it's okay, don't worry.
Okay, it's time for us to go for our break and our Vox Pop. We'll be right back. Let's go for our Word of Marble and the Vox Pop for today. We'll be right back. We've been talking about child adoption, and this morning is just one thing that is so daring and so important for us to discuss. We'll be talking about those things that parents to be who are seeking, you know, to go through the adoption process. What are those things that we should look forward to? They should look forward to. What are those things that are important, imperative for them to have on ground? Number one, you must not be idle. Whether you're a businessman, you're a businesswoman, you and your wife, or you have a source of income, you must have a regular standard. I'm not saying you should be a billionaire. No, because you are just adopting one. And it's just a preparation for you and your wife, or the wife and the husband, to know that these are the process. By the time our own child comes in, these are the things we also need to put on ground. That's one.
Now, another thing they will have to check is your mental health. How stable are you mentally to be able to take care of your child, especially from the woman's angle. They check your temperament, they try to put you in the midst of kids, they want to understand how caring are you to kids, you know. Like I said earlier, let's not be because you're under pressure, and then another thing they look at, they also try to do a little bit of your background. Where are you coming from?
How is your relationship between the husband and the wife?
And what is the reason why you're seeking for adoption? They'll ask you for medical reports. Like I said, I have a friend that is in the process. Yes. they'll ask for your, in fact, that's the first, they'll ask you for your medical reports, you know, then they find, then they will, like you said, your place of income, they'll verify. They do these things without your knowledge.
At all.
Don't call in and say, oh, today we want to verify. No, every information you drop, that's why, like she said, they told her it takes like 7 months, you know, for her, because, and again, it depends if it's a newborn baby, a day old, you know, and then so they have
the preparation and everything. Some will actually, some parents to be also always want a description. They want their own request. Some will tell, we want a 3-month-old baby. We don't mind if it's 6 months, whether a girl or a boy. They will, you understand, they try to lay down their request, even while you are filling the form.
Yes, those are the things they'll ask.
Those are the things
like,
the parents will
okay, you want a newborn baby, okay, the first one said go and buy everything you would have bought for your child. So
how ready
so it's that they are trying to put you in that mindset, in that you feel, oh, I'm expecting a baby, you know, you're going to the market,
they will also have the need. I know they will also have the need to pay visits.
Yes.
Sometimes unexpected visits.
Yes, they do
unexpected visit because
they just show up.
They want to know already, even while you are still in process. By the time they now give you the baby or the child again, they will still pay you visits. They have a regular time.
They don't
come,
give you children, you know,
and just abandon because
they would always do periodic.
You know, you mentioned young girls. I will not call them ladies because young girls who suddenly get pregnant and abandon those children. It's so touching when you see this. A lady I know recently had a baby who doesn't have a hair, you know, and the eyes there was no balls, and so it was shut, you know, the normal shot. That was how the baby was born, and she nurtured this child. Oh my God, she nurtured this child. So I think she became one. It's a girl. Till she passed on. And when she passed on and I went to see her at Lasot, she said, Auntie Joke, oh God, this child, I'm going to miss. She was crying, and so that's the extent of, you know, the pain of losing a soul. I wonder what they go through and how much fear goes through. Shame and life, which one is more important? Shame. Maybe they are ashamed that people will see them as they have given birth. Does that stop you from getting remarried after you have given this child? Just like
I think
we have said earlier.
It's just a societal mentality, because the truth is, if we don't talk about this child adoption, right, you would have kids that would grow up to be traumatized as adults. Because when you're growing up and everybody in the environment knows that you are adopted from the family, they say, oh, and you know, by the time people start hearing from one, then your fellow mates you're playing, they'll ask you if your father, you know, before you know it, they are mocking you. So you're growing up with child trauma. So for parents that are in that process of adoption or have adopted, all you need to show that child is love. That is where self-identity comes in. That is where you start words of affirmation. No, you are my child. I gave birth to you. Okay. Because see,
whatever anybody is saying, it's not true. I am your mother. I am your father.
I've seen a situation where kids were adopted and they have the very best of life. The very best. In fact, you know, Nigerian movies will always say, okay, yes, you know, cases where they go to court and the child will say, I watched a movie, you know, and years later, his biological parents came and in court he said, okay, fine, I acknowledge the fact that you gave birth to me biologically, but if not for this couple, I won't be here and you won't come back seeking for me. So please, I would always respect the fact that biologically you gave birth.
But these are my parents.
These are my parents. I recognize them as my parents.
That's just the way it should be.
Name, you know, and it all ended well. And I'm like, if we have laws, I know that there are laws protecting and everything, But you see, sometimes culture and custom,
Culture and custom.
especially in the interior place, even when take for instance now, when a single parent gets married with other
All the
kids,
kids.
it's difficult for them to even accept the fact they'll be telling you, no,
How
you're not
much
part
more-
of,
how much more?
a total stranger. They would always point those fingers.
We
But
should.
it's
I
wrong.
think we should come to the realization
Yes,
and
it's
the
wrong.
understanding that they are special, and they are bonded by the life God has given to them into any family they have found themselves. So we should always honor and respect the fact that these children are special in that family. For you to even have them, do you know many of them grow up to become great people in life?
Yes,
Even greater than the child of the house.
I've read
So
stories
what
on
is
it.
what
I've
we should
read
just
books.
we should just take it upon ourselves to overlook. We should go. Something happened recently. I was there, and the person took it personally. I was really angry in a gathering. A very responsible gathering. And someone was like, next time, don't take things personal. I said, don't worry, Oga. The person will soon grow to that level. We should grow to that level where certain things, are taken, lightly. It's not everything we hold as if the world is coming to an end. Because what if you never know? What if they travel out of the country and brought back that child,
Those kids
receive the
become
child at the airport,
blessings.
receive the child at the airport, travel out, spend certain years, and come back with the child. Start doing calculation yourself. Do you know some people even take it upon them to start calculating
Yes, no.
because they want to be sure
They start
that
calculating.
is
That,
blood of the
calm
house.
down. When did you add? Of course, we have some traditions here that in this part of the world, in Nigeria, even in my area, that you would, if you give birth to, especially a son, you have to take that child back to the soil.
Okay.
And then they'll perform some rituals and, to ascertain the fact that this is our blood before they finally
So
accept
it's a
it.
taboo. It's a taboo
but,
too.
but what we are saying generally is, please, if you're in the process of adopting a child, please have the necessary document. And if that child, some parents have been denied kids. They've been denied the opportunity to adopt when they look at the fact that you've not reached the requirements they want. So please, if you're opportunity, I call it an opportunity for you to have a child being handed over to you, please take good care of that child like your own. Love that child. That's all you owe that child. I never for once want to remind the child where she's coming from. That's what I'm going to tell you this morning. Funnily, like Olori has said, our guest is not here to do justice, but don't worry, we'll always find a way to have a part two of this topic because we really need the viewers to get more knowledge on this. Thank you for being a part of Family and Values this morning on a Tuesday with a Difference. My name still remains Princess Joy Abu.
Okay, so we've been talking about child adoption. And tomorrow is going to be another wonderful day. We'll be talking about, by the grace of God, domestic worker. Who is a domestic worker? Do you have one around you in your house? Do you have one, right now working with you? We'll be talking more about them, their responsibilities, your own responsibility, bringing them into your home, what you have to do, how you need to also look out for their well-being and their welfare. They are not slaves. We'll be talking very much about that tomorrow. And today, child adoption, they are special. That's what I will tell you. Do not look down on them when you have them in the family. Do not talk ill of them. They are there for a reason, and you must embrace the fact that they have brought them into that family. Whether your brother, your uncle, anybody, it's not your business how they get there. You don't need to start finding out what brought them. I will be bringing in someone who also do justice, just like Joya said. And by the grace of God, I want to wish you the very best of today. Like I said, a small positive thought can change the whole day for you. So have one and build your mind on the fact that all will be well. Have a splendid day. My name is Remain Oloriadejoke David. Thank you to everyone who has made today's program a success. We appreciate you. And to all our viewers, please go and like, share, and go back and watch and listen to what we have said so far. Have a great day ahead. Bye for now.